Thank you all for tuning in to the Showtime and Kev podcast. I'm Corey Showtime.
And I'm Kevin Monroe.
And normally we started off with Kevin's Island intro, but we had to do something a little special in honor of DMX. May he rest in peace. He recently passed. So we're going to play the karaoke version because we do not own the rights to this shit at all whatsoever. I don't even think he does, which is why we're trying to do it this way. So,
right.
Here we are.
I'm about to take my shirt off and fight.
Right?
Turn it on.
Alright, I will slowly fade this out. I danced to this at a wedding. This is about robbing people.
Hey, that set the party right, man.
It sure does.
DMX will have you lifting weights in the gym like you about to do a 10-year bid in Folsom, man.
That's true. He certainly will.
You in there like bench pressing, wearing Timberlands. You know what I'm saying?
How you been, Kev? How's the good life, man? How you doing?
It's good, man. It's good. Good to be back on the show. I know, like we were out for the month of March. Just like doing a little reset. Just getting stuff in order, and so now we're back and refreshed. Springtime. COVID is almost over with, so
Thank goodness.
Yep. What's going on with you, man?
Same old, man. Just trying to make a way out of no way. Doing VR shows, doing Zoom shows, trying to do shows in reality that will stay on the docket. We were supposed to be going out to the Bay, but that got changed. And that's gonna happen because different restaurants and bars and whatnot are gonna decide whether or not they want to take the risk or if they want to lose their license or if they're going by the guidelines. Right. So, I'm just trying to figure this whole thing out. You know the deal.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to keep afloat with the comedy, trying to keep doing shows. Big rule for all the bookers and bookers of shows. Make sure you tell the bar or the restaurant that you are doing a show before you book the show.
Yes, please.
You don't want the owner to walk in and be like, who the hell are all these people? And why is there a mic here?
Yeah, exactly. That's important. All right, I'm shooting you one of our links that I don't know. I don't see where we are on Facebook yet, but as soon as that pops up, I'll be able to shoot you that link.
Okay. Podcast is not live. I see it on our Facebook page, Showtime and Kev podcast. So glad everybody could join us. We're gonna just roll through what this show is about. So basically, we just talk about what happened throughout the week and just try to chop it up. And it's easy for this stuff to be funny because the way life is now, shit is just funny.
Yeah. But I want to touch on this subject a little bit longer. That phrasing didn't sound right. But DMX passing away is one of those things that, like, damn, I didn't know we cared that much. Not like saying like that came out wrong, but like just like it's one of those people like you kind of wish you would have gave him his flowers while he was still here. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I mean, you kind of like took him for granted,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's kind of to the point where you put it in your headset and you go work out or something like that. Like he's just around. You know what I mean? But you don't really take it correct. And man, I was really hoping he'd pull out. He'd do like a Lamar Odom, and just come back from the dead, because Lamar Odom had the same thing. They found him. He was like unconscious, no heartbeat, all that,
Yeah.
And so, but nah, it wasn't meant to be, man. Shit.
So was it like? Did they ever say what it was? Was it like? Did it have to do with like cocaine, or was it like something health related, or like what?
It was. He had the Rick James special inside of him. Like they found a whole bunch of stuff. But
the Rick James special.
Yeah, but that means like when they find like 3 or more drugs inside of you, and they just like, and they're like, well, what killed him? And they're like, pick one. I don't know.
Yeah.
So basically, the killer really is fentanyl. Because the fentanyl caused a heart attack, and a heart attack caused him to like lose blood to his brain and all that. Fentanyl, what it is, it's a synthetic heroin, and what it does is it slows down like your normal body functions, like your heartbeat and your breathing and all that. So basically, it's like pulling the off switch, pull your body out of the unplugging your body, basically. Bad fucking idea.
It's bad when there's like when there's heroin and it's like nah, that's not strong enough. Let's get something. Let's make it in a lab and increase it. It's like fentanyl's like heroin on steroids. You know, it's like sugar's
Right.
already bad for you, but somehow the sugar-free sugar is worse. You know.
Yeah. You might as well just stick to the sugar and get the regular, effects of that. But no, he was like, I'll try this stuff, and then, and this is like he's been in and out of jail for buying coke and heroin and all that for like I don't know, years now. So it's too bad, man. I know he was fighting some demons, man. I mean,
definitely.
I mean, if you listen to his music, he was fighting some demons, like openly. Like,
on the track. I'm like, exactly. Like that was something else that was really cool about him as an artist. Like if you listen to songs like Damien, like he would have a full on like conversation with his demons on the track and put his give his demons a voice to the track.
Right. Yeah. Damien, like the devils actually tell him to go do stuff. Yeah, go rob that nigga over there. Like. That's not right, dude. Man. Every time I hear that, I want to like take my shirt off and just start swinging on people. Like
that is the effect that he had. That's how DMX works, And like, but that's why, like, if you ever played sports, DMX was the soundtrack to like your senior year of high school or like your best year in college or whatever it is. Like when you need to get rowdy before a game or something like that. When you need to get in the zone, DMX. Right. He brought so much passion to anything that he did.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that feeling of like just before you get on the court or whatever, they blasting that, that'll get you hyped. I mean, I don't know if any boxers use this stuff, but I mean, if I was boxing and some dude came out, into the ring with DMX, I'm like, all right, this dude's already crazy.
Matter of fact, I'm going to look for something real quick. See if I can share this.
You know a boxer that used that?
Oh, I know the boxer that used it. Hang on, let me get to this. It should be in my history. Yep. And I'm gonna have to zoom out of this real quick. Bear with us for 1 second, folks.
Yeah.
Share audio, Chrome tab.
I feel bad for the white players on the football team.
Don't.
Don't.
They're not hungry in between games. They'll be fine.
And here he comes. Mike Tyson, as he heads toward the same ring he made his disgraceful exit in June of '97. The crowd revved up.
Yep.
You want to talk about intimidation factor?
This dude sounds like he's a gunslinger. Like he's like, yo, I don't even want to fight this guy no more, man.
Yep. The announcer's gonna comment on how scary it looks.
To some scary, imposing music.
Yeah.
Will he be able to intimidate his opponent tonight? Will it even matter?
Will it even matter?
It's like you hear the sound coming from the tunnel, man.
Yeah. Mike Tyson didn't need no fireworks. He didn't need Living in America. He didn't need a live rapper with him. He just needed himself, that Koofy, and a DMX track playing over the PA system. And Francois Botha was pissing himself in the red corner.
In the red corner with the wet pants.
And the soon-to-be broken jaw. Francois Piss Pants Botha.
Yeah. No chain on, no big entourage. You know,
Mike was enough.
No cape, nothing colorful.
Mike had plenty on his own.
Man, and so that was rest in peace to that brother, man. I really, if you know people that are like struggling with drugs, whatever, like try to get them some help, man. Because that's just pretty sad. I'm actually happy he managed to live as long as he did, because he was really living a hard life,
Yeah.
You know how funny and how like regular that was. There was a scene in that Chris Rock movie Top 5 where Chris Rock ends up in jail, and like DMX is in the next cell across from him, and he's like, "Is that you, DMX? What you doing in here?" And he's like, "Nigga, I live here."
dog. Like he's what is he not? You know?
Right,
just
right.
part of
I'm
his life.
comfortable.
But like that's also it's interesting how there's certain people we're just okay with like that. Even Mike Tyson, like we're like, yeah, he lives there. That's just kind of his thing. But like would we still love DMX if he wasn't as rowdy? If we would have got him some help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if he started doing like deaf poetry or like, started doing like R&B or something, I don't know if that would have worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, DMX always sounded like he has never had a sip of water in his life. Like, like drink this water.
Thirsty.
Like, man, you need to quench your thirst, bro. Like, I don't want no Sprite. Fuck that.
Nah, he don't. I don't need nothing sweet in my life. What? Nothing sweet out here, son.
Exactly. DMX had dudes like in high school, like going to like the pet store, like buying dog chains to wear, like instead of like regular chains. Oh,
Thank
man.
you for that. Like I didn't have to spend $1,000 on a chain. I could still be tough with a dog chain on. Still like, oh yeah, this is appealing. No, it's really not.
Right. The stock in Timberlands have skyrocketed.
DMX was one of those New York dudes who was so New York. Like Tim's are like workout shoes, dress shoes, casual wear, flip flops. Like they don't never take their Tims off. Like that's
basketball shoes.
Yeah.
Shower slippers.
I seen a cat put up 25 and unlaced Timberlands before. It's ridiculous.
It's like how you look at your shoes about to fly off. Nah, son, Tim, stay on.
Kevin Durant would have shattered his ankle in 45 places, but that man played with no laces in his Timberlands. Tongue sticking all out, no problem.
DMX will be buried in his Timberlands. That's the way he wanted it. Man. All right. So moving on. So the next thing
we will miss.
Exactly. The next thing on the docket, we got the big three. Everybody's getting a vaccine starting April 15th in California. I don't know if you heard that, folks, but everybody. I mean, there's no restrictions, no age restrictions, nothing. April 15th. And I'm just trying to figure out like what is up with these hustle man bootleg vaccines out there, man. I mean, there are people out there like in the parking lots of like the CVS, Walmarts, or Walgreens or whatever, like handing out vaccines. Like, would you really trust somebody that was like out in the parking lot? Hey, man, hey, you want that J&J?
Nah. Bootleg vaccine is heroin. That's like anything that you got to get out of a vial that you don't really know what it is. I'm going out on a limb, gonna assume heroin.
Right. Yeah. It can't be right, man. Like that's just I'll spend the money and get the real stuff, man. Plus apparently some of these vaccines spoil if they're not like taken right, if they're not like stored right. Mm-hmm. It'd have to be stored at a certain temperature and all this stuff. So I mean, the vaccine can go bad, and then I don't know what a bad vaccine will do. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened to you, man? Oh, I took a bad vaccine. My arm fell off. Oh, well,
It's like, what happened to you? I took a bad vaccine. Well, you look fine. Like, yeah, I'm actually Captain America, but I'm going to die in 5 years. But in the meantime, watch how fast I run this mile.
Exactly.
I'm trying out for baseball.
Exactly. It made my muscles grow exponentially, but only in the arm that I shot it in.
Yeah.
I got one arm swole like hell.
Yeah, I got a bootleg vaccine, and now I'm Aquaman. I can't breathe in the air. I have to stay in the water. This is weird.
Right. And nobody thinks I'm relevant.
I can't help the Justice League do shit unless it's a naval mission.
Right. Other than that, like Aquaman at every meeting, he's like, "Is this happening in the water? Nah. All right. Well, it doesn't concern me. All right, I'll be outside."
We're gonna go off on a tangent here, but I'm like between Aquaman and Wonder Woman. Like I know what her powers are, but like Aquaman, it's always like, what can you really do? Like I know you're strong, but other than the giant fork, what else? What can you do? Like if I get you in the desert, you got no. That's basically like putting Spider-Man in the desert. You really can't do nothing to me. You got nowhere to go.
Exactly. It's like if somebody is on roller skates chasing you, you just have to run on the grass.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get me now.
Yeah, Spider-Man would be stuck in LA. Like it only works in New York. Spider-Man would be taking Uber in LA.
Right. Follow that criminal, man. But with these vaccines coming out now, man, I feel like everybody's like profile now has to like include if they had shots. So now like
What,
not like a
dogs
Tinder
now?
profile. Yeah, well, I'm serious. Like a Tinder profile is gonna look like Pet Finder, like very friendly. Have all my shots. I like other dogs.
There's some Tinder profiles that could have been on Pet Finder before this whole thing.
Yeah, there are some real dogs out there. Man. The other part of this debacle about where to get shots, and this is the thing that's really driving me crazy, is so the government was saying that some populations are disproportionately affected by COVID, namely Black and Latino neighborhoods. So they're trying to send more vaccines to those neighborhoods than white neighborhoods or suburban neighborhoods. And somehow white people got wind of that and are like going into these Black neighborhoods to try to get their vaccines first. How are they getting away with this? I mean, if I was the doctor giving away vaccines, I'd be like, excuse me, Chad, do you live in Compton? Yay.
This is interesting threefold. Number one, the idea of white people gentrifying healthcare is just on the nose and lunacy. Number two, it's frustrating because I know a lot of Black people that don't want to take the vaccine. Some have some valid reasons, some less than valid, some historical that I find valid, but like there's a lot of Black people that just don't want to take the Black, and well, I don't know about Latino, but like speaking for the Black community, they don't want to take the vaccine because they're skeptical of it. And then number three is just one more, like I kind of circles back around to the gentrification. It's like, y'all colonizing our shit again. Like it's like, oh, they got it down there, and then you just have to, like, that's just a really bad look.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be, completely shameless about, no shame in your game to be like, yes, I am. Yeah, I live in East LA. Orale.
Dude, I'm totally from Compton, man. Bro, I'm so down with the boys. Can I please get my vaccine already?
Exactly. Born and raised in Compton. Well, actually, I call it Bompton, actually.
Oh, God. Brockton, I mean, Brock. Oh, duh, I just told on myself. My name's Brock.
Swoop, bro. Swoop.
LA stands for lots of assholes. No, I won't disagree with that.
It is ridiculous and shameful, but these people are doing it. I don't know. They get away with it. And some Black people, I get it. They want to, because of Tuskegee and some other stuff. But also, like I said earlier, it's not so much that Black people don't want to take the vaccine. I think they want to watch other people take it first. Mm-hmm. like, is he okay? Let me see. Is he turning green? Is he dead? Sure. No? All right.
But the thing that's bothering me is like every time, like DMX just passed away, and people, like, I saw a story that said DMX got the vaccine a week before, and I was like, oh, God damn it. So is it just famous Black people that die from the vaccine? Because that was the same thing they said about Hank Aaron. So it's like, I'm gonna need a little more than just hearsay for this.
Right. Yeah, I want to see the vaccine go in. I want to see that person like a week later. See them. Are they walking around? Yeah. Are they still alive? What's happening?
Juan Brazil, thanks for tuning in. Check it out. We've got the best canary in the mine for this right now. Magic Johnson got the vaccine, so if anything goes wrong there, we should all be terrified.
Right. Yeah. If it hurt, Magic Johnson is, like that guy is a cyborg or something.
If his antibodies can't handle that vaccine, we are doomed.
Yeah, pretty much. it's like, you know what, I'm going all out. Then, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm not wearing condoms. I'm not brushing my teeth. I'm not. I'm like, I give up. Just let the ship sink.
Yeah.
Man. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to get mine like April 15th, and then see after that. You know, it's gonna be, you know, I'm gonna call it Swipe Right Sunday.
Every Tinder profile you see that's vaccinated. Oh yeah, swipe, 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 swipe. Actually, you don't even care. You're vaccinated. Swipe, 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 swipe.
Yep. Swipe, 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 swipe. Shot, 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 shot.
Sticking your dick in crazy all over again. All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's not go back to the early 2000s. Those are some dark times
for all of us.
Oh God. Okay. So
Chronicide, sorry about your friend, brother. Go ahead.
So moving on to the last topic of the big three, and this one fills me with joy and just warms my heart.
What's that?
So the former president of the United States, as it turns out, they found out that his website, the RNCC, and some of the other websites that were giving money, getting donations, were actually stealing money from the donors. So what they were doing was, yeah, I know, Trump stealing money from people. Like I can't believe it. I mean, it's almost like saying like a pastor got caught in a sex scandal. Nah, how's that ever happen?
Here? It's almost like saying a pastor has a Jerry curl.
That's Stan Whitman. So this is how foul this is. So, and I looked when I saw this months ago when I looked at the website. So the website says, okay, we need money. Send us $55. You know, and they have a little checkbox. And the checkbox has a whole bunch of confusing language that says, check here if you don't want to not make this not a recurring transaction. If you don't want it not, then don't not check the box. Don't check it not. So, right, exactly. It reads something ridiculous like that. So, of course, these people, you know, they're like, is it a yes or a no? So people just left the box checked. Turns out what it would do is it would automatically double the amount of money it took out and then automatically set up a recurring payment, sometimes twice a month. Right. And people found this out the hard way. Like one dude, he was like trying to pay a medical bill, and then he realized that he had no money in his account because the Trump campaign cleaned him out, took all his money. So he had to go over and fight them to get the money back.
So the issue is like the people donated whatever it was, 5, 10, 20, 100, whatever their donation was, but it said and it had that box that said click here to make sure you're not going to not, you know, that whole weird language, and then it set up an auto pay.
Yeah. So what the language was trying to say was click here if you don't want this to be a recurring donation. Right. But and below that is an even smaller print, like 5-point font with another box, and I forgot what that tiny print says. But if you don't check that one, then not only then it would start kicking off this like a twice a month pull. So this dude, he said like he ended up donating like $800 or something like that when he was only trying to donate 55.
Damn.
Right. 800, like clean him out.
Dirty. Like that's dirty.
Yeah. And this dude, he's like a 75-year-old retired dude, you know, like he ain't got that kind of money.
I hate when my bank does some shit like that. Like you ever have an overdraft fee where you thought you had money and you didn't, and then it takes like say you go over like $1, like you're negative $1, and then there's like a $35 charge for you being under for 35, and then there's like a $5 charge for every day you don't have that, and then every new thing. So yeah, it goes down the line. I hate when that happens. And on top of that, I doubly hate when you try to get something online and then they sign you up for an email and then you try to get off it and you try to unsubscribe and you have to go through all these different clicking things and tell us the reason why you don't, because I don't fucking want it. But so this is like compounding my anger, just not completely outside of politics. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Oh, I'm so mad right now. Just like for that dude. Like, oh, how dare you take my money? Like everybody has had a situation with the bank where they take your money instantly, but it takes them a week to get it back to you. This feels like that type of shit.
Yep. Yeah, it is that where they take the money and then you have to go through all this rigmarole just to get the money back. So basically, people couldn't get it back from the Trump campaign. So they talked to the credit card company and called Trump's donations a fraudulent donation, and that's how they were getting their money back.
We found the fraud. We found the fraud, ladies and gentlemen. We finally got it.
Right,
and
right.
It's all at Visa.
Yep. This shit got so bad. They said like 11% of all the refunds and fraud refunds that they gave back, 11% out of all the charges like the credit card companies were doing was just for the Trump campaign, like across all credit card transactions.
Jesus
like 11%.
I'm not even mad. That's amazing. Like, if you're a con man, that's a good ass hustle to figure out how you can steal 11% of all fraudulent credit card charges.
Yeah. The man just stays scheming, man. Just stays scheming.
He's hustling. That's a world class hustler right there. All right, let's keep going before my soul gets any dirtier.
Dude is like the male version of Joanna the Scammer.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's flip. So now we get to this new section. What I like to call "Why Would You?" So this is just some quick topics about some things that have happened. Where just reading it like right off bat, you read it and you go, "Why would you?" That's just where this is at, man. So first guy off the plate, the new head coach of UNC Tar Heels basketball, Hubert Davis.
Yes.
In his introductory press conference, he said, he's very proud of his career. He's proud of being like the first African-American coach of UNC. And he's also very proud that his wife is white.
All right. 1 second. And action.
It is significant, Steve. It's significant that I'm African-American and I'm the head coach here. It's significant. I know that in terms of Division I head coaches all around the country, only 26% of the head coaches for Division I men's basketball are compromised by minorities, specifically African Americans. I know that it is significant.
Yep.
That I'm the fourth African American head coach in any sport in the history of the University of North Carolina.
All good so far.
I'm very proud to be African American, but I'm also very proud that my wife is white, and I'm very proud that my 3 beautiful,
nigga, what?
kids are a combination of both of us.
What?
Why would you?
What? Yeah.
Why would you put that in there? Ain't nobody asked you about your wife. Ain't nobody asked you. We're talking about basketball. Why would you bring up your white wife? Like, were you daydreaming in the middle of that?
I'm lost. I'm completely, that took a hard left. I'm like, that's one of those things where you're just working in the background. Like, I'll be sitting in my office, I'll be like trying to come up with like a color match request, and I'll send out something, and I'll like try to put some samples together, and I'll be listening to this thing in the background. My wife is white. The fuck did you just say?
Right. Pump the brakes. What? Why would you put that in there?
Where did this come from?
Yo, black people, like black dudes have stopped flossing white women as a trophy like 30 years ago. Yeah. Like that was a thing like back in the like 80s and early 90s, they used to be out there like, oh, look at my girl,
Yeah. That was left field in the motherfucker, for real. Like it's just, like you're just calling attention.
But I'm proud too. I'm proud of my white wife. Like look, ta-da!
Look what I did. Look what I found.
like motherfucker, this is not 85, okay? People are not even mad. It's not like when OJ used to come out, flossing white girls. Like black people would be like, "Oh, see, look at this dude. He really think he ain't black. He's OJ."
That is the strangest flex of all time. Like I feel like he was like on that tangent of African American, and he probably had something really that he thought was really profound that had to go with him being with a white woman and like what that means of having to teach their kids, you know, being biracial. Yeah, that was dumb. That was a really, like, that's one of those things that everybody's like, all right, we're glad to have you as coach. Why would you say that? Like, please.
I mean, I bet his wife was like, when he comes home, his wife was like, yo, what you trying to say? Make it sound like you won me at a Chuck E. Cheese. Like, what do you mean you're proud? Like,
I mean, that is how it works. If you make enough baskets, they give you enough tickets to cash in for a free white woman. That's kind of how the NCAA and the NBA works. I guess that, but that's the wrong time to be like, hey, look what I got.
Right. At best, that's a conversation you bring up at lunch when you're drinking with your buddies. Oh yeah, man, I got this white girl. You know what I'm saying?
He could have almost literally said anything else in that sentence. Like, he could have said, like, I'm very proud to be African American, and I'm also proud to have NCAA championship. I'm also proud to have played 15 years in the NBA. I'm also proud to have 3 wonderful children that I'm raising and are going to see, like, they get to look up to me as the coach. He could have, like, there's really no other way to screw up that. Like, you were already off on a good tangent, and you just drove that car straight off the cliff. Like, it was a straightaway. Like, it's like you're running a race. Everything's going great. You've got you got like a 3-minute lead on the next car.
Yeah, completely unforced error. Like, ran the thing up. I'm very proud of my 3 kids who are very light skinned. Like, I'm talking like Drake. Like, you know, like Coco Brown, like beautiful.
My kids are so light skinned, they already have a 40% 3-point shooting. 40%
Right. I've got 3 and D kids ready to go.
And that would have been fine. That would have been like, I can't wait for my light skinned kids to come play for North Carolina. That would have been like, yeah, all right, yeah, they can shoot. But that just made no sense whatsoever. Like, why would you do that?
Man, good luck with your career as a coach, bro. But you need to, like, clean up the language a little bit there.
Yeah, and it's like not like you said anything like vulgar or crass or swore on TV. Like, Bobby Knight would have gotten through that press conference fine, and he could have literally physically harmed someone, and it would have been a lot less awkward.
Yep. Bobby Knight could have, like, taken a chair and thrown it at the reporters, and it would have made SportsCenter, but
yeah, it would have been a lot easier to explain out than that.
Yep. My rest in peace, your mentions, dog. Like, Black Twitter dragged this dude all the way to hell and back. Like,
right. Is there any more for the why would you?
I got a couple more. So speaking of basketball, so another why would you here? So Celtics legend Paul Pierce, now an ESPN analyst, got fired from being an ESPN analyst for putting pictures of himself playing poker with strippers in thongs twerking in the background. Yes, that is Paul Pierce, and those are booty cheeks.
Clapping in the breeze.
Yes. Now, why would you party with these crash test dummy TJ Maxx looking struggle strippers? You an NBA star. You got a ring. You a legend. Dummies. Come on, man. Like, come on. These are not Instagram models. She found them on Craigslist, man. Like, come on. Why would you sully your reputation this way, man?
Hang on 1 second. I need the floor for a moment. I've already tried. I've already addressed this earlier this week, and I'm gonna have to share the screen. Give me 1 second here. And share audio, definitely. All right. What's going on, y'all? Check it out. So I'm on my IG, right, the other day, and I'm just looking around, just browsing, bored, scrolling through my shit, and I see this.
Come on, man. That's on you, man. What would you do? What you do? What's the call?
Monica, you should be here. You can make some money, girl. Stop playing. Monica, what you doing?
You guys throw some fucking chips, man.
Right? Now, here's the thing. I can't hate on him for it, but nigga, why are you recording this shit? And also, why do I need to tell you not to record this shit? Not only are you a retired NBA player, you're fucking 40. You should know this shit by now. First, second year in the league, kid, on your phone all the time. This is brand new experience, brand new stimuli to you. Totally understand you losing your shit, recording everything, doing your D-Lo, and getting in trouble. You just get in trouble. But Paul Pierce got fired. You know why he got fired? Because this 40-year-old nigga worked for Mickey Mouse and don't know how not to press the record button. Seriously, P-Square, this is a worse decision than when you played for the Clippers. Why record it? Why record it? Seriously. Why? Notice I said record. I never said don't do it. I said don't record. I would be a hypocrite to say don't do it. If I can't be out with my boys, drinking, smoking, playing poker with some ass clapping all around me, what am I making money for? But if you make your money with the Disney Channel, nigga, you need to act like you are 12 years old. Or you have someone 12 years old with you at all times. Because that's exactly how Walt Disney and Company gonna treat you. Tough break, nigga. There's always a G League. Oh, wait. Ice Cube's League. You can do the 3-on-3.
Yep.
So, yeah, those are my thoughts, and they have not changed one iota on that shit. That is... Bruh, I'm not mad at you. I think most men assume that NBA players live like this. Like, this should just be Saturday for you. Even like and if they're struggle strippers, he's 43. He's been out the league a while. Still, you know, like he's been able to put like this should be a typical Saturday night. Not mad at that whatsoever. Now, the fact that you press live, why?
Yeah.
Why would you
do that? Why would you do that to yourself, man? I mean, it's classic. He got fired on his day off. I mean, which is, I mean, yeah, that's, you know,
I'm still
that's
staring at
Ice
the
Cube.
picture. I'm gonna share
That
it
Friday,
back up here
that Friday
so
note
you can see.
is like it's evergreen. How would you get fired on your day off, man?
This is like famous last words right here. Look. That is definitely a man who's not in his sound mind and body.
Oh yeah. He's gone. Like yeah, he's you know he's blitzed. He's blasted. Oh my God! Why is there like an office chair behind him there? Like what?
Random Xbox controller wires in the background.
It's like he's sitting in somebody's cubicle or something. Like what is going on
They
here?
even making a clap on a sanitized floor.
Strippers not wearing them.
We've got a viewer on Twitch has been dropping some gems. He said, one, OJ was killing it with the white women. And also he said he's been laughing at the struggle strippers. He said he got arrested once while on house arrest. Anything is possible. Anything is possible!
How you get arrested while you on house arrest?
I am very curious about this as well. I want to know how you did that.
Like, I'm at home. You can't. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess you can. Man.
Roommate
yeah,
was tripping. Well, stop whooping his ass, man.
I mean, I feel like he just wanted to get fired, but was just like too lazy to do it himself. Like he just
sense.
like, you know,
That's
I don't care.
That's a fun way to get fired.
And it's his co-host, Rachel Nichols, I believe that's her name, was the co-host for the ESPN show. She started trending because somebody started posting, you know, where's Rachel at? You know, I mean, she had nothing to do with it, but she started trending. You know,
Rachel
is how scary that is.
Rachel just tucked her kids in. Leave Rachel Nichols out of this.
She's got a family. You know, she's got to be sitting with Paul Pierce twerking. Like, what do you think? You know, or enjoying it like she's the brat or something. Like, come on.
Rachel Nichols
is
curled up in a bed reading a book.
Improving her life. Yeah. You know how scary it is to wake up and see your name trending on Twitter and not know why?
No, like, I don't. I'm a comedian struggling trying to make it, man. Like, no, I have no idea what that feels like.
So anyway, so that's yeah. So you know, good luck, man, Paul Pierce. Enjoy your second retirement.
Well, I've also seen I've also seen that there's been a couple like adult sites that are willing to pay him like upwards of $250,000 to do basketball analysis for him. And that seems like a win to me. That don't seem like a job that don't seem like a bag you can fumble, Paul. Might as well go for it.
Right. Yeah, and it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to get fired from doing a porn gig. I mean, I don't know how you would do that.
You and
But
Karl
then again-
Malone would do great on that show.
How am I involved in this? Oh God, Karl Malone. We're just kidding, Karl. Please. I mean, you're a giant, and your arms are like thicker than my torso. Like,
I don't give a
please.
fuck. I'm gonna hold up a picture of a 13-year-old girl and throw it in one direction and run the other way and see what happens. I ain't afraid of that big motherfucker.
Speak for yourself, man. I'm good. I don't know this guy. I just walked into the studio. Okay. Next thing. So this is a quick one. So I know there are a lot of Lakers fans out there. So they just announced that the Staples Center is going to reopen starting in May. And they're gonna have some capacity. They're gonna put up the banner for last year because they never put up the banner for the championship. And it's starting at $455 a ticket.
Ooh.
Now,
Lord.
yeah, why would you pay almost half of like $500 for a basketball ticket? I mean, how big is your stimmy, man? Like, that's crazy.
Well, I'm not against paying $500 for a basketball ticket, but that has got to be like, and I'm broke, but that has got to be a very good, like, I'm talking like you got to be able to get me into the finals or some shit, like playoff game, floor seats. Like, there's situations where you pay upwards $500, $1,000 for something, but it ain't gonna be a random NBA game and fucking like this would have been like a late March, early April type game, where like the playoff seats are already set and players are injured or players are like trying to get back into the mode. Like, this is the part of the season where the tickets should be cheap,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they'll probably be resting everybody too. You know what I mean? Because they're like, all right, we already got the 4 seed or whatever, so it's gonna be like Giannis Antetokounmpo's little brother, and then that K-Cock dude, and like a couple other D-League 10-day contract motherfuckers trying to try to get in the game.
Yeah, long story short, there's no way in hell I'm paying $500 to watch a bunch of guys play that I could see at, LA Fitness. That's not happening,
Right. I mean, unless the only way I'd go to see that is if they like had like hologram Kobe on the court.
Even then, I could watch hologram Kobe on YouTube. Fuck that. I'm paying $500 for that shit. Rest in peace, Kobe. But no. But you know what it is? It's like, this is gonna be like this for another couple months with everybody. Like, I took Milan out to dinner last night at our favorite sushi spot, and it's normally it's one of those spots that has the sushi on the conveyor belt, and we love that place. You just like keep stacking up the plates, and then you and it charges whatever it is based on the type of plate. So, but they couldn't do that, so we just had the basic service, and it was like double what it normally costs. But I wasn't tripping because I was just happy to be able, like, one, I wasn't spending money like it normally was when you could go outside like that, and so I had it. And two, I kind of get it because they haven't been open. They gotta get what they can get,
Right, yeah, they're trying to. Everybody's just trying to recoup right now, So it's like, this soda is gonna cost you $14. What? Like, because ain't nobody bought a soda in 6 months, man. Come on, hook it up.
Like, I'm not. If you don't like it, don't pay it. I definitely get that. I probably won't. A lot like it's like, okay, we're not going to be going out to dinner that much if it's going to be 2.5 times what it normally is. But it was still nice to be able to go out to dinner because we haven't done that in a year.
Yep. Well, I mean, pick your spots, like where you want to go and where you don't want to go. But yeah, sorry, Lakers. I'm gonna just watch this on League Pass or whatever I could find. So not touching it. Okay, and last why would you is Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla versus Kong came out, and there are movie reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and people are like giving the movie a bad rep. There's all this stuff about the movie, and it wasn't good, and all this stuff. And I'm like, why would you write a review about Godzilla versus Kong? It's a giant lizard fighting a monkey. Okay, that's the whole damn movie. Do you want to see a lizard fight a monkey? Good, go watch the movie. Otherwise, don't bother. Like, what do you like? Well, this is. It seems like this movie is pretty one-dimensional. Yes, it's a lizard fighting a monkey. That's the whole movie.
I wrote a whole review for this movie, and it started off with, "This movie is dumb as shit." With that being said, I enjoyed the hell out of it. You know why? Because I came to see a giant lizard fight a giant monkey, and spoiler alert, they threw in a whole other giant kaiju. I got what I paid for.
Right. I ain't mad. It's like, it sounds kind of crude. It's like we live in like some weird like backwards like fourth world country where they're like, this is what we do on Saturdays. On Saturdays we take the chicken and we make it fight a snake.
Yeah.
That's all they got.
But the everything involving human people in that movie was just completely unnecessary, unfounded, and uncalled for. It was like watching wrestling, and like, you know how like they have to do those interviews? Like, if it's not The Rock, it's painful. The Rock used to make those interviews fucking gold. But like any other wrestler was like, steroid, CTE, I'm gonna break you. And then they go out and then you watch the fight. That's what the people were in this. Like, it's just, you guys are in the way of my wrestling match.
Right. Yeah, you want to see, people get hit over the head with folding chairs and whatnot.
Exactly.
And you know, useless the people were. I challenge people. DC Irvin was saying something about this, and I told him, name one human character in the movie.
Let's see. There was the chick from Stranger Things and Paperboy from Atlanta.
No, not the actors. I want their names in the movie. Was the guy named Chad? Was she named Sheila? Lisa? What was her name? What was his name?
I'm positive.
You don't know.
I'm positive the little deaf girl's name was Little Deaf Girl.
Then nobody knows. I still don't know. Like, I went on IMDb and I looked it up, and I still couldn't match the names. I was like, okay, I guess that was her name, Lalani, I guess.
Yeah, like the whole thing was dumb, and I was happy with the dub. I was getting my hair done while I was watching it, so that's like kind of one of the best ways to do it because you're barely paying attention to it. But I'm watching it, right, and I'm complaining, and while I was complaining, I was like, you know why I'm complaining? Because I'm not high enough for this. Like, I need to be like drunk watching this shit. This is a perfect movie for like shut your brain off and enjoy.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I definitely, had a few, and was kind of like flipping around watching it. And then when like that weird monster with that has no legs, that weird one showed up, I was like, oh, it's on now.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Like, I just realized that movie was like the cinematic equivalent of a monster truck rally. Like Gravedigger, right, Bigfoot, whatever. Just, I want to see giant cars run over shit. And if you go to watch giant cars run over shit, you're going to enjoy yourself. If you go expecting a plot and a story and intrigue, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right. Get out of the damn theater. Yeah.
Why are you here? Go watch Sherlock Holmes, you dumbass.
Exactly. Yeah. Marvelous Miss Maisel is on HBO. Go look at that. Yeah. Go get some what do you call it? Some period drama or something. This is not it.
The funniest.
It's a giant monkey fighting a lizard. Okay.
The funniest scene in the movie to me was when like the bad guy who is just named bad guy, just typical random Latin leaning bad guy, gray hair, black mustache bad guy, right? He's like, I've created this Mecha Godzilla to do blah blah blah. He's giving exposition, and next thing you know, the thing just rips his fucking head off, or just like, no, not even his head, just rips the whole part of the office where he was away, and somehow Eleven and Paperboy and the fat dude from Deadpool are completely unharmed. It was just, even the fucking giant robot was like, I'm sick of your shit, let's get to the fight.
Stop talking. Let's go.
Yeah, like blah blah blah. He's like blah blah blah. Moving on.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I had a good time, man. I mean, I don't know why King Kong doesn't have a dick. I'm sure they had a meeting about that. I don't know if they had to vote on it, but that seems like a glaring omission.
Because it's rated PG-13, Kevin. That's why.
It's a big ass monkey. I mean, come on. Like
Yeah,
that's
Chronoside said, "Hey, look, it's King Kong, not King Dong. That's another movie."
they probably had a big meeting and a fight about it.
If you want to watch King Dong versus Cockzilla, that's on Pornhub.
Yeah, definitely you can find that there. But there's probably like a meeting where like some nerd was writing, it's like, it's just not anatomically correct. It's actually a monkey. And they're like, shut up, Poindexter. We can't put a dick in the movie. This is
If they did, it would knock over cars. Like that's what's creepy. Like if they would have edited a dick into that movie, it would have knocked over a jet on the fucking on that aircraft carrier.
Yeah. That would have been a problem. Or they could have made a compromise and kept the dick in, but pixelated out like a Japanese anime.
Why are we even talking about this? I'm mad at you for making me. I'm mad at you that we're here.
You're like, where's the exit? Can we please
pulling the chute on this?
Find the exit.
Did
a Captain America like not even put it on a shoot? He's just like,
nope,
I ain't
jumping
got a
out
plan.
of the plane. I don't even want to. I'll just land on this vibranium shield. I'll be fine.
Okay. So that's pretty much it for the why would you section. So we're coming up again towards the end right here. Any final words?
Yeah, I'm upon further review, I'm very glad they didn't edit a dick into King Kong. That would have made the movie more entertaining, I'll admit, but definitely just a lot for parents to have to explain to their children. Why? Mommy, is my penis big enough to knock over a Ford F-150?
No, put your clothes back on. Mommy, how come our dog has a...
Chronoside on Twitch says, do you think they have vibranium dildos in Wakanda? No, the vibranium wouldn't let it vibrate. Continue.
Excellent question, sir. Or ma'am. Yeah, but no. They do not need these things in Wakanda. they have a special bead. They just put the little beads. The little black beads, they just stick them in there. And,
we are so far off the rails.
People want to know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like a good question.
Vibranium dildos. This is kind of like against the point. You're like, well, it's not working. You put the vibrating part in it. Just, what happened?
Yeah. It is the hardest metal on earth. Get it? Hardest. Look. Oh man. All right. So my final word here is everybody, enjoy yourself, but please don't get fired on your day off. Sometimes you got to put the damn phone away. All right.
Yeah. Enjoy your strippers, but live in the moment. Put the phone down. Enjoy the ass. Let the ass clap in your face. You don't need a camera all the time. Just live in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, and especially if you're already famous, people already assume this. You don't have to. There's no proof. You don't need to prove that you getting strippers and all that.
Yeah,
like,
we already assumed.
I mean, if you a local nightclub producer in a mid-sized city, you probably already getting strippers. Okay,
definitely.
You're a celebrity. We assume it's a done deal. You don't have to.
Normal dudes can get strippers. Most people can get strippers. You just need money. That's kind of how it works.
Yep. And finally, strippers wear a mask. That's probably why he got fired. He's like, that is so unsanitary. We're not letting him back in the building.
See, once they took off their panties, they were not adhering to the COVID protocol.
Right. Sorry, Paul Pierce.
COVID protocol. That's what my mind wanted to say.
COVID protocol. Yeah, Paul Pierce, you're officially in quarantine.
Yeah. He got to stay in there with Monica for 2 weeks.
Oh God, it's so bad. Oh man. All right. Well, that does it for us today, man. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We are going to continue tweaking and writing and making the show tighter and better. We're definitely also going to
Yeah, we're gonna keep on tweaking, baby. Woo!
keep on tweaking. Yeah, exactly. You made up $5. And we definitely want to also edit some of these things and put them online. So if you find us on Instagram or Twitch or on Twitter, or even on Facebook, you'll see, and on YouTube as well. We'll have clips and so on. So yeah, that's where we're gonna go with this. So thanks for tuning in, and I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Take care, folks. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get off Al Gore's internet. Peace out. One love. Holla at you next time. Late.